The rock world is in shock. Sam Rivers, the legendary bassist and co-founder of Limp Bizkit, is gone. At just 48 years old, one of the most recognizable names in modern rock has left us far too soon. And as tributes pour in from fans, musicians, and old friends, we're learning just how deep his influence and his heart truly went. This isn't just a story of a musician's death. It's the story of a man whose rhythm changed rock forever. Sam Rivers wasn't just another bassist. He was the pulse behind a generation's rage, rhythm, and rebellion. If you grew up in the late 90s or early 2000s, you couldn't escape his sound. That unmistakable groove that made you move even when the lyrics screamed chaos. His bass lines carried attitude, yet somehow also peace, the kind of duality that only true artists ever find. Fred Durst, the frontman of Limp Bizkit, said it best. Sam was more than our bass player. He was our calm in the storm, the balance, the heartbeat. Today, that heartbeat has stopped, but its echo still shakes the world. Born in Jacksonville, Florida, in 1977, Sam Rivers found his first love early, music. While other kids were chasing trends, Sam was chasing tones. He learned to play both guitar and bass before most teens even picked a favorite band. He studied jazz, funk, and classical, building a foundation that would later explode into one of the most distinct sounds in rock history. It wasn't just skill, it was soul. Everyone who knew Sam said the same thing. He didn't just play music. He felt it. It was in the early 90s when fate stepped in. A young Fred Durst, a tattoo artist with big dreams, crossed paths with Sam and his cousin, drummer John Otto. They jammed once, and that was all it took. The chemistry was electric. Soon after, guitarist Wes Borland joined and Limp Bizkit was born, a band that would go on to define an entire era. Their mix of metal, hip-hop, and funk didn't just turn heads. It turned culture upside down. And at the heart of it was Sam Rivers, the quiet man behind the storm. While Durst's fiery presence drew attention, Sam's calm command held the band together. His bass lines and hits like My Generation, Break Stuff, and Nookie became anthems for restless youth. Fans loved Limp Bizkit for their chaos. But within that chaos, Sam provided control, a heartbeat that made every track groove, not just rage. Durst once said in a Rolling Stone interview, Sam could take the heaviest riff and make it dance. Without him, we'd just be noise. He gave it soul. That soul wasn't something you could fake. It came from who Sam was, humble, introspective, and deeply loyal. He didn't crave attention. He craved connection. As fame hit hard in the late 90s, Limp Bizkit's world got wild. Stadium tours, platinum albums, and controversies came with the fame. But while the spotlight often followed Durst, Sam preferred the shadows. Focus on music, friends, and family. Behind the scenes, bandmates often described him as the glue. When tempers flared, Sam brought peace. When the pressure grew, he brought focus. And when the crowd roared, he just smiled, quietly knowing the rhythm beneath it all was his. But even legends have battles we don't see. Over the years, Sam's health became a growing concern. He took time away from the spotlight, choosing recovery and rest over the relentless grind of touring. Fans noticed his absence, but few knew the full story. Fred Durst later said that those were dark years, but also healing ones. He remembered visiting Sam, playing old riffs, and talking about the future. He always said, "It's not over. I still have music in me." And he did. You could hear it every time he touched the bass. In recent months, Sam had quietly reconnected with fans online. He was producing again, mentoring young artists, and even hinting at a new project. But sadly, that next chapter never came. The news of his passing broke like a storm, sudden, heartbreaking, and surreal. Durst posted a short, emotional message that left millions in tears. We lost our brother, our bandmate, our heartbeat. Sam Rivers was magic. The pulse beneath every song, the calm and the chaos, the soul in our sound. Within hours, tributes poured in from across the world. Bands like Korn, Slipknot, and Linkin Park surviving members all shared their grief. They called him a pioneer, a mentor, a legend. For fans, the pain runs deep. It's not just about losing a bassist. It's about losing a piece of their youth, a sound that carried them through breakups, long nights, and wild dreams. Thousands gathered online to share old concert clips and fan art. One message stood out. You didn't just play the bass, Sam. You played our emotions. And maybe that's what made him so rare. He never chased fame. He chased feeling. In every interview, Sam spoke about unity. He said music wasn't just noise. It was energy that connected people. And when you listen to his bass lines, you can feel that truth. Whether it was a heavy funk of Nookie or the eerie groove of Boiler, Sam's touch was always unmistakable. He gave chaos rhythm. He gave anger meaning. He gave silence a heartbeat. Durst said it perfectly in his final message to fans. There's no Limp Bizkit without Sam Rivers. Period. In Jacksonville, the band's hometown, local stations played tribute tracks all night. Fans left flowers outside old venues where Limp Bizkit first played. And across social media, the hashtag RIP Sam Rivers trended globally. It wasn't just nostalgia, it was gratitude. Gratitude for a man who gave everything he had to music. Even in silence, his notes still move us. Fred Durst ended his post with a line that hit millions of hearts. Rest easy, brother. Your music never ends. And he's right. Every time my generation hits that first bass note, Sam comes alive again. Every concert, every cover, every kid learning bass in their bedroom. They're all feeling his spirit. Sam Rivers didn't just shape a sound. He shaped a generation. A man of few words, but infinite rhythm. A friend, a brother, and a heartbeat that refuses to fade. Music softens to near silence. So tonight, wherever you are, turn the volume up, close your eyes, and listen, because somewhere between the chaos and the calm, you'll still hear him. That's Sam Rivers. Forever the pulse of rock. Fade out. Screen text. In loving memory of Sam Rivers, 1977 to 2025.